we want to conduct some significance test for the linear regression line between two variables. The first example we are going to look at is the usual example we have been working with for the introduction to the linear regression, and that is the relationship between the third exam score and the final exam score. And we want to do a test at the 5% significance level. The null hypothesis is always that in the population, these two variables do not have a linear correlation, so the rho in the population is equal to 0, and the alternative will be that there is a significance a correlation that is significantly different from 0, indicating a linear correlation between the variables. So with the p-value method, we want to come here where we did our linear regression line, and we asked for Excel to give us the R squared. And again, we could obviously have coded our Excel spreadsheet to do the calculation for R and then square that. But for now, we will skip that and we will just use the embedded calculation in Excel. Be careful here, this is a rounded value to 4 significant digits, and therefore it's not accurate. So your answers are not extremely accurate because you don't have exact values when you are entering R squared as 0.4397. Now to find R, we will need to take the square root of R squared, but also we need to determine if R is positive or negative. And this linear correlation, the line of best fit, indicates a positive correlation because from left to right, which is when x increases, the line increases, goes upwards. So x goes from left to right and increases, y goes from the bottom to the top and increases. So that's a positive square root. So square root of 0.4397. Again, this is an approximation. The R is approximately positive 0.6631. And I found it as the square root of R squared. The n is the count of the number of x's or the number of y's that I have. So I'm gonna count the points. Let's count the x's, which is 11, and the degrees of freedom will be n minus 2. I shouldn't say n, I should say this n minus 2 will be 9. So the n is 11 and the degrees of freedom is 9. The test statistic, I have it in the formulas for the final exam. So if I go here and I click on the final exam formula page, the test statistic is a t-score equal to R times the square root of n minus 2 divided by the square root of 1 minus R squared. So let's try to apply this formula here. So this is my test statistic, T, and that will equal to R, which I found here, times the square root of n minus 2, which happens to be the degrees of freedom, divided by the square root of 1 minus R squared, which was given to us by Excel when we asked for the equation of the line. So I have a test statistic approximately 2.6576. And I need to find the p-value. So remember, this is a two-tailed test. This is a t-distribution. degrees of freedom n minus 2. So again, I can look in my final exam formula sheet. It says use a t-distribution with n minus 2 degrees of freedom. So I'm going to go in art of stat. And I'm going to go down to the t-distribution. And I'm going to ask for a probability. And for degrees of freedom, I'm going to enter 9. And for the type of probability, I need a two-tailed test. Less than an x1 and greater than an x2. And I want the t-score to be .6576. And because it is a two-tailed test, I want the value of x1 to be negative 2.6576 and the value of x2 to be positive 2.6576. And then I want Excel to give me the probability on both tails together. And it is rounded for the sketch and also for the answer, but a more correct answer will be the final outcome, which is 2.61%. So 2.61% is an approximation again. As a decimal is 0.0261. And that p-value is less than alpha, which is 5%. And therefore, I have an unusual outcome, which indicates that I have evidence to support the alternative hypothesis and I can reject the null hypothesis. And therefore, at the 5% significance level, I have sufficient evidence to show that there is a significant linear relationship between the third exam score and the final exam score. We could also conduct the hypothesis test using the critical value method instead of the p-value method. In this case, the r continues to be 0.6631, the square root of r squared. Alpha is 0.05, n is 11, the degrees of freedom are 9. I need the critical value for t, which I have to find using art of stat. So I'm going to go in the app. I'm going to go under find percentile quantile. With 9 degrees of freedom, I'm looking for the two-tailed with a central probability of 95% and a tail probability of 5%. That will be my alpha. And I find the t to be plus or minus 2.262. Approximately 2.262. If I need more accuracy, I have to do that in art of stat. So here, if I wanted to do the t critical in art of stat, I will say t dot inverse two tail. So this function, it says, what do you want the probability to be? And I want the probability to be alpha, which I didn't. Let's say I'm going to put it here, comma, and then it says, what do you want the degrees of freedom to be? And I want them to be 9. So let me see, I'm going to put alpha here, and hopefully this will resolve the issue. And here I'm getting much better accuracy, 2.262157163. So depending on how much accuracy you need, you can use whichever method you want. And then using this particular t, I want to find the critical r. And I'm going to find it using this formula up here. which I can also find in my final exam formula sheet. The absolute of R equals 1 over the square root of 1 plus degrees of freedom divided by t squared. So let's go back into my Excel. R critical, it will be equal to the square root of 1 divided by, open parenthesis, 1 plus degrees of freedom, it's right there, divided by t squared, I found it here, and let's make sure that I square it. Close the parenthesis for the denominator and close the parenthesis for the square root. So I have an R critical of 0.602 approximately. So anything outside of these values of t or outside of these values of R critical, meaning less than negative 0.602 or more than positive 0.602, will indicate that the data comes from the critical area, and the critical area is an unusual outcome based on the distribution of the null hypothesis. Therefore, since my R is greater than the critical R, I have evidence to reject the null hypothesis, and at the 5% significance level, I also have evidence to support the claim that there is a significant linear correlation between the third exam score and the final exam score.